The gate slammed shut on my own driveway, chained by a woman I'd never met. "This road belongs to the HOA now," Karen announced, smiling like she'd won a war. "My grandfather left me 200 acres, woods, a creek, and one gravel road. I moved in that spring, ready to finally build the quiet life I dreamed about." The road cut straight through my land, connecting the HOA subdivision to the highway. Nobody mentioned that detail when the will was read, or when I signed anything. Karen Whitfield, HOA president, showed up uninvited with a clipboard and a tight smile. "We've used that road for 15 years, she said, like ownership meant nothing at all. I checked the deed myself. The road sat entirely inside my property lines, undisputed. Karen laughed when I mentioned surveys, insisting possession is 9/10 of the law. Neighbors started driving through daily, waving like this with some shared community courtesy. I posted a private road sign. Someone spray-painted over it within 24 hours. Karen called an emergency HOA meeting, painting me as the outsider blocking progress. 50 residents glared at me like I'd personally cut off their only lifeline. "He wants to trap us," Karen told the crowd, voice trembling with rehearsed outrage. I brought the deed. She waved it away, calling paperwork a technicality, not truth. That night, gravel trucks rolled through my land without permission, tearing up the shoulder. I called the county sheriff. Karen had somehow already filed a complaint against me first. An officer explained easements existed for prior owners, but mine had never been recorded. Karen smirked at that hearing, certain a judge would simply side with the majority. I hired a surveyor, who found something buried in county records nobody expected. An old 1998 letter showed the developer promised to buy the road, never did. My grandfather had quietly refused that sale, keeping full ownership out of spite. Karen's late husband, it turned out, was that very developer who never paid him. She'd known all along. Her fury wasn't about the road, it was about debt. Karen tried a new angle, claiming adverse possession gave residents automatic legal rights. Her lawyer, a family friend, quietly threatened to make my life very difficult. Someone dumped garbage at my gate. Security cameras caught Karen's own SUV doing it. I said nothing yet, letting her grow bolder, certain she'd already beaten me. Karen escalated further, mailing every neighbor a letter demanding they unite against the threat. She organized a blockade, parking cars across my driveway to trap me inside. I simply called a locksmith and installed a second gate, cutting off their shortcut entirely. Karen showed up screaming about basic human decency while blocking my own private road. I finally played the footage of her dumping trash, right there at the meeting. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Her closest allies quietly stepped away from her side. The county fined Karen for trespassing and vandalism, both caught clearly on camera. Desperate, she offered to negotiate, suddenly polite, suddenly calling me a reasonable neighbor. I countered instead, $2,000 monthly, a formal easement, or permanent closure. The HOA board, furious at her hidden debt, voted her out within the week. Now every month a check arrives, and my grandfather's stubborn silence finally makes sense.